What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. I'm going to focus in on the Detroit Red Wings adding Mike Green, and I'll just touch on Brad Richards real quick. I like the deal. 1 year, $3 million, veteran center, won 2 Stanley Cups. He's still getting paid by the Rangers, by the way, obviously. And you know, with Detroit, I think kind of find a niche. Veteran players seem to always find their way with the Red Wings. I was hoping Richards would go back to Detroit, Chicago, but with the Artem Anisimov contract extension today, that became a non-thing. So, bottom line, I like the Richards addition. Mike Green. I honestly forgot how far Mike Green's fallen. I remember, like, 6-7 years ago, he was the man to watch. He was probably the most exciting. First of all, the 2008-2009 Capitals were one of the most exciting teams in my lifetime to watch. Ovechkin, Backstrom, Green, they were dominant. They just did whatever the fuck they wanted. And, Green was a big reason why. And even 2009-2010, they were nasty teams. Look at the numbers right now. Green averaged better than a point a game in both of those seasons. And they just couldn't stay healthy for a while. And the lack of health, really affected his play. And, he hasn't come close to his offensive numbers since. And, change of scenery in Detroit. Much like with Richards, where, veteran players seem to find their way, I think would be, in order. When Green's at his best, he's still fun to watch, but 3-year deal at $6 million a season, that's a little much for a guy that's, had a hard time staying healthy consistently and, being able to play, in all situations, as his defensive game isn't exactly up to par. But you needed a right shooting defenseman with offensive capabilities. That's why they traded for Marek Zidlicki at the deadline. Obviously, Mike Green is younger and at this point better than Marek Zidlicki. I think they're in the mix in Cody Franzen, but I think this is a better addition than Franzen because I like Green more than Franzen. I'm still not in love with this deal, and for a while, I was the biggest Mike Green fan. I think I still have his jersey upstairs, or I got a jersey, I should say. But definitely one of those interesting situations where maybe he does this thing in Detroit and is able to exceed his contract, but I don't see that being the case with the history in the last half a decade with Green. But again, when he's at his best, there are few, if any, defensemen that are more exciting to watch on a night in night out basis. And a lot of it had to do with the way they played in Bruce Boudreau's system. Say that 3 times fast. With Ovechkin, Backstrom, that whole offensive cast. I mean, even like for a while, that Kozlov, Fedorov, the veterans were fun too. But they didn't get it done in the postseason, and it's a big reason why with that style of play. Fun to watch, regular season success. Not got it done in the playoffs. Anyway, that's all I got to sort of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for episodes throughout the off season and beyond. Later, guys.